off to the Grampians to camp for 5 nights in a camp there. So the kids are pretty excited and excited lady.
Yeah. That was really exciting.
So we're just coming into Horsham and we can see the Grampians in the distance. So I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but so we're staying at Boreang, I guess is that Boreang campground. But yeah, it's really beautiful campground. Heap of green grass. There's a lot of people with tents. There's no showers, but there's a long drop toilet. Every campsite's got a pretty much, so some of them are shared picnic table between two, and a fireplace. There's sort of a swampy bit out the back where the kids have been playing. Yeah, plenty of area for the kids to run around. We've given them a UHF, and I've got the other one, so they can call out to me if they have any trouble. Yeah, there's a rainwater tank, and that's the toilets. There's also heaps of wildlife, kangaroos. We saw a kangaroo with a joey early this morning, which is lovely. There's lots of little fairy wrens, I think they are.
Nice walk, aren't we?
This is our campsite, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you tell us about it.
This is the real campsite, and we're playing. Me and Laura are playing a game, and Laura's just out in the woods and playing the game. But my name's Jungle Boy and her name's Jungle Girl, and we don't have a mum and dad, and so we make stuff ourselves.
Okay, you want to show us the way?
Okay. So, there's a little gate down there, we're still in the campfire. That's just our housekeeper.
Two plates around the fire. Yeah. Then we have our 2 plates around the fire. And with spaghetti, marshmallows and mud pie. And he has some spaghetti.
I love your little fire.
No,
And then we've got
it's not a pie, it's the brown stuff is the meat.
Oh yeah.
With spaghetti.
And then we've got stairs down into our pool.
Oh, did you dig them yourself?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, I dug them. And then we've got a little bath toy.
Mhm.
And then up here,
and we stuck this in there.
then up here, we've got our main cubby.
Wow, look
Hey.
at that big log.
Laura, things like our floodlights.
Then you can crawl up there, crawl down there, and then see how it goes across there. Then onto that log.
Wow,
You can crawl
so
across
it's
that
like
log,
floodlights
then go
like
down
from
onto that
here.
big, that tree. So it's kind of that one to that one to that one. So it's a big cubby.
Yeah, okay.
And
We're going to do the Mackenzie Falls walk, which looks like it's 635 metres. Can ya? Big waterfall. Look at all those steps. You hold on tight.
Let me get it again.
Just right there and we might take a photo. No, just right there. Hang on. You passed?
Matt's talk. How was it, Matt?
Did you have a good time at Mackenzie Falls? Yes. It was a bit hard working up all those steps though, wasn't it? So we've just gotten back from the Mackenzie Falls walk. So it's 570 metres. It's easy way down. I mean, a lot of steps. But it's not that far a distance, it's just quite steep, and the kids were a bit tired on the way back, but it was definitely worth it. Beautiful lookout, waterfall. There was a fair few people down there. It was busy, but yeah, we really enjoyed it.
Sun's come out.
About
Good.
balcony
We're
walk.
all a bit hot from the last one. We've done about 500 steps up bloody half the mountain, but this one looks a bit better.
Easy, supposedly.
Skip it, Lara, I reckon. Big overhang, isn't it?
Everything about more prepared. What's
See a lot of
the
people
white?
have been climbing out from that rock as well. Keep your hat over this side, please. You're gonna lose.
This is the Baruka lookout. So it's really just the car park's right there, and the lookout is just a couple metres down, and it's got a great view of Hall's Gap, and yeah, of the area out that side of the mountain. So. Pizza, Laura?
Best one.
Best pizza.
Nice,
Well, we had a bit of a win here. On to something, I think.
Yeah. What'd you do, babe?
Camp oven pizzas. Oh, was it 10 minutes?
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Matt has just cheese pizza, see.
What's
He's got
under
half
there?
a pizza.
That's yours, Matt. Here, look.
Yeah, yours.
Under
Come over this side, mate. Come this way out of the smoke, Matt.
Hopefully it's not too burnt underneath.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, if he says.
Boy, balancing. Right, so we're parked at the Sundial car park and we're planning to walk towards the Pinnacle, which is 2.1 kilometres, and then we've left a second car at the Wonderland car park. So we should be doing 4.2 all up, rather than so that we don't have to walk the whole way back. But so you can go to the Pinnacle and then come back to the Sundial car park. But since we've got two cars, hopefully it means we don't have to backtrack. We might see a little bit more, and that's the plan.
Makes it hard.
That must be that water. You can see all these, they've all got getting bigger, yeah. All these little streams.
Why doesn't it do it?
So we've just walked down Silent Street and it was incredible, really tight staircase. So this is the Grand Canyon that's closed off. I'm not sure why. But. So we've just got back to the Wonderland car park. So we walked from Sundial car park to the Pinnacle, and then from the Pinnacle down Silent Street. And now we're back at Wonderland car park, but we could only do that because we had the 2 cars. It was an easier walk from Sundial car park to the Pinnacle. There's a lot of steps from Wonderland car park to the Pinnacle, but Silent Street was really good. So yeah, up to you obviously whether you're up for all the steps to go from Wonderland to the Pinnacle, or if you want the easier option, it'd be Sundial. Or if you've got 2 cars like us, then definitely walk. We walked the right way from Sundial through to Wonderland rather than the other way around, because there's a lot more going down that way than going up. Yeah, the kids really loved it. I mean, we're all got tired legs. So we've driven from our camp, Boreang camp, I think it's called, out the Phillip Island track,
it's
and
not
then
boring, Mum.
Rose Hill track, and we're driving out to the bitumen, but we've just passed these Boreang falls on the way, so it says it's only 350 metres, so we're going to go check them out.
Well, here we are walking down the Boreang Falls. What do you think, Claire? Is it a good walk?
It's going to be steeper on the way back, downhill.
Kids aren't whinging yet, so I
haven't heard the water yet.
haven't heard any water yet, but it's been a bit of rain around. We had a bit of rain yesterday, which leaked in our camper, but anyway, that's what you get when you get a 20-year-old camper with the canvases buggered. But anyway, it only rained a little bit.
Here we just got at the Boreang Falls, and it's super cool. We didn't know it was going to be this one. We were just driving along and then we saw this sign and then we just followed it. It's nothing like Mackenzie Falls, because Mackenzie Falls was full of people.
Yeah, this one there's no one here at all. We've got the place to ourselves.
Yeah.
Wow! That's a Niagara Falls, isn't it? Good. Bye-bye Boreang Falls. Probably the highlight of the trip, don't you reckon, Lara? She's a bit upset because Mum hurt her ankle trying to lift her over the rock.
Yeah, mate.
But I think she's okay. Alright, better help the little fella up the stairs.
Right, so we've just driven
All
fair
the
way. Everyone's over it. And it was a bit of a drive to Holly Mountain car park, but we're going to give it a go. It says it's only 1.2 kilometres up, but it looks like a fair way up. So the kids aren't that keen. But we'll see how we go, and we're starting a little bit late in the day. It's 1 o'clock, so.
This looks like the beginning of the trail up the mountain. The first little couple of 100 metres is just a slow ascent, which the kids are okay now. They got a bit of a apple in them, but this is going
Really steep to the top.
to test them, I think.
You can see the people right up the top.
I think she's a hand and foot job to climb up there. That's the first 15 metres done. Probably 200 to go, I reckon. You ready, kids?
I'll do it.
Little footsteps there.
Yeah.
There's little footsteps in the where I tap an adult.
Now stop. I want to do it. I'll do it myself. I'm going to need a little help, guys.
Oh, just remember the big drop over this side, because you don't want to go over there.
I'm okay, Dad.
Yep. Very good. Now we can scoot around that edge there.
Dripping there too, Matt.
Go around that way, sir.
You scoot around the edge there. Sideways. Yeah.
Now
Follow where Lara went.
Give me your arm.
You really don't tuck your shoelaces in, Lara. You gotta go on this. It is this way, right?
Yeah, no.
Mom, look at me!
I think I overestimated our ability.
This looks like a shell. I should call these rock climbers. Hi! Mum, this looks like a shell. And that looks like waves.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
If you look in there, you see waves. And they look like waves. Hi! That's not gonna hold you.
Oh, have you seen the people over there? There's people on the cliff out straight ahead. Right in the last little bit there. You're supposed to go up this way, Lara. Where do we go? Up here? Really? Well, that's the top there. How are we going to get up there?
That's you.
Climb the mountain.
There's a few
That's a proper
flies.
mountain too.
There's
Oh,
a few
wow.
flies up here. You'll get used to it. We made it! Woohoo!
People
We
are
made
there.
it!
In that little valley out there. See him?
Oh yeah, I can see a head poking out.
Where?
Oh, that way, look.
I didn't see
We have the flag now.
So this is the summit
Dad,
of Mount
we
Holloway.
have the flag.
We can see people
Dad,
climbing
we have the
over on the
flag.
cliff edge behind us. So yeah, it's a pretty sheer drop off the side and a bit of a challenge for the kids to get up here, but it's been good. So I think it's going to be a challenge to get down to some, steep bits that the kids have got to slide down on their bum. And you can see the car park down there. Look how long it's taken us. It's probably taken us an hour and a half, I reckon, to get up here. Maybe not quite that long. We'll see how long it takes to get down. But yeah, beautiful views. The river, canola fields. Yeah, and the caves on the way up were really cool too. Down the steep bit. We were right up there a minute ago. And down here. Kids are quite good at it, aren't you, Lara? They want to do it themselves. They don't want to have help.
It's more fun to going down than going
Which is
up.
all fine, except when you're on the edge of the cliff. Logan's just twisted his ankle on a rock, but seems to be okay. So still got a fair way down to go, but I think we've passed the hard bit. Just a bit of bum sliding. What are you doing that?
Just smashing his stick.
All right.
I'm smashing his stick on the rock.
Are you going there?
Good.
Alright, so we've just made it back to the bottom of Hollow Mountain. It says it's 1.2 k's, pretty hard 1.2 k's up and back. I think it's taken us about 2.5 hours with the kids. A lot of bum scrambling on the way down, but beautiful walk. Definitely worth it. So we're back at the car park now. And it's a bit of a drive. I reckon it's still going to be an hour back to Boreang where we camped. So yeah, we should have come a bit earlier in the morning. We left a little bit late in the day, but that's alright.
Righto, been for our big walks today. Back at camp, got the fire going, get some good coals going. Tried to cook a bit of a stew tonight in the camp oven, so got it all heated up. Got some oil in there. Claire's cut up a bit of meat. We're just going to do a bit of add this and that. We've got some diced tomatoes, some gravy.
Me later.
Got some spuds and onions, carrots cut up. So see how it goes. Add a bit of this up first. I'll bring you back when we're cooking along.
Okay, morning. We just we found the turn off to Paddy Castle. It says it's 350 metres. It was only a couple of kilometres from our camp, Boreang camp. The signpost has fallen down out there on the road, so we did drive past it and then have to come back. So it was a nice easy walk, probably only 5-10 minutes up and back, uphill on the way up, downhill on the way down. So we've already been to the Mackenzie Falls, but we're going to see if we can make it to the Fish Falls, but we're all a bit tired, so not sure if we'll make it the whole way.
Nice little walk, really. Just a little too tired. Maxing around there with Pa, getting close to the water. Well, we made it about 350 metres. How are you going, Claire?
My legs are shaking. The kids have gone down to the river with Pa. We're going to see which way they want to go. Whether they want to keep going or if we're going back. Abort mission.
It's an easy walk.
Yeah, very easy walk. We're
tired.
Tired from the previous days. Fish Falls. Kids got their shoes off. just got back from Fish Falls. We were all pretty tired, so it's taken us a while. But the waterfalls were beautiful. What's the time? Yeah, I think it's taken us an hour and a half probably to do the 2.1 or 4.2 k's there and back, 2.1 one way. But the kids enjoyed getting their feet wet in the water, and it was an easy walk. It's just that we're tired.
We saw a yabby.
We saw some yabbies. What else did we see, Lara?
We saw, your mum saw a fish.
Yeah, I saw a fish. We haven't seen any platypuses.
It says we should see.
We crossed the river a few times and...
Oh, we see bluebirds. Lots of them.
Oh yeah, we've seen lots of blue wrens, yeah. Well, we see them at the camp too, don't we? Yeah. Along with kookaburras. I saw a possum last night with a baby on the back of the possum. And that was like 4 AM this morning. When I went to the toilet, I could just see its eyes, the baby's eyes on the back of the mower. So yeah, but I think that's our last walk in the Grampians. We're gonna pack up and head off. Yeah, home tomorrow. So this will be our fifth night at Camp Boreang. So this is our last night at Boreang camp. And I just had a bath a couple of hours ago. Ricky dug a hole in the dirt, put a tarp in it, filled it with hot water. The kids all had a bath. And Logan had a bath and I had a bath, even washed my hair. It was amazing. So that was pretty good. So I just wanted to recap on our trip. I'm just pulling up the map. So yeah, we stayed at Boreang. We came in from the Horsham direction. So we came in originally to Zumstains, and then we went down the Zumstains track with the camper, and that was a bit steep. So we realised now if we were coming from that direction and we'll go out that way, we'll come through Zumstains, past Mackenzie Falls, and then come up Rose Creek Road, and then follow that along past Boreang Falls, then turn left onto Phillip Island track to get to Boreang. If you're coming from the other way, so from Halls Gap, you go out the Mount Victory Road, and then you take the Glenelg River Road, and the camp is signposted from that direction. If you've got a bigger camper, maybe caravan, I think the Rose Creek Road would probably be a better option than the Glenelg River Road, but I'm not sure. The Phillip Island track's probably the worst bit. So this is our 5th night, so we've had 4 full days. The first day we went to Mackenzie Falls, so we walked down the steps to Mackenzie Falls. That was really beautiful, very busy, lots of steps, but beautiful waterfall at the bottom. Then on the way, we drove into Halls Gap. On the way, we went to Reed Lookout and walked to the balconies. That was probably the walk that we enjoyed the least. But it was still real. The lookout was really good. I'd actually call into the lookout, but maybe not do the balconies walk if I was to do it again. And then we also drove out to Barocca Lookout, which was really lovely lookout as well. Down, and you can see the whole valley and Halls Gap, and it gives you a really good view of the area. And that's right there. You don't have to walk at all to the lookout. Then that same day we went down to Halls Gap, lovely little town. We just grabbed an ice cream, went to the Visitors Information Centre, That was about all we did in town. Then we drove back to camp. A second day, we took 2 cars and we parked at Sundial Car Park and walked to the Pinnacle, which was a fairly easy walk to the Pinnacle, and we enjoyed that beautiful view at the Pinnacle. But then the highlight of that walk was we walked then back to Wonderland Car Park down. That's a really steep walk going up. A lot of people were struggling on the way up from Wonderland Car Park to the Pinnacle. But the highlight was, for me, of the whole trip was Silent Street. I really loved that. And the kids were fine with that because we were going down. So, yeah. I don't know how you'd do that better with kids if you didn't have 2 cars like we did. Then our third day, we drove all the way out to Hollow Mountain Car Park, which is in the northern Grampians. It was about an hour from Boreang. So it was a long drive. And then on the way there that morning, we stopped on our drive out, what's the road called? Rose Creek Road. We just came across the Boreang Falls, and we walked down to those falls. The track only takes you to sort of the top of the waterfall, but we made our own way down to the water and somewhat dangerously walked across some slippery rocks and got right up to the base of the waterfall, which was beautiful. Very, very cold water, and a little bit risky probably, but with that risk came the thrill. So yeah, we really enjoyed that as well. That's probably Logan's highlight, Boreang Falls, of the whole trip. And it was, I think it's a lot less known. I guess we've been lucky because it's October now and there's been a fair bit of rain, so a lot of the waterfalls are running. I don't know whether those ones would usually fall or not. Anyway, then we drove yesterday out to the Hollow Mountain Car Park, which I didn't realize. I mean, it's a grade 4 walk, but it was only 1.2 k's supposedly. So I think I overestimated our ability. It was tough and a bit dangerous, like climbing on the edge of cliffs with the kids. But again, with that danger came the thrill, and so we all really enjoyed it. And great views from the top. Yeah, so it was a bit of a drive, but I think we all still think it was worth it. But we were pretty tired today after that walk. It was hard work uphill. So then today we thought we were trying to have a quieter day. So just from camp, I could see Paddy Castle is just further on Glenelg River Road from Boreang, which was a nice, easy 300-metre walk up to the top of this castle. Beautiful, again, look out, nice and easy, nice different rocks. So that would be, if you were staying at Boreang, then I would recommend going there. If you're not staying at this campsite, then it's probably too far and not worth the drive. And then we drove to Zumstain's car park and to have a look at the river. We didn't see any platypuses. We were hoping to see some of them. We saw some yabbies and some fish. And that was nice, and so we weren't sure if the kids were going to make it to Fish Falls or not. So I think it was 2.1 kilometres one way, so 4.2 k's all up. But we did make it, and again, they were really lovely waterfalls. And you could walk on the rocks to be really close to the water. The kids took their shoes off and rolled up there. I think they took their pants off, played in the water, and yeah, had a really nice time at Fish Falls. And the walk back was sort of more downhill, so it wasn't actually too bad.